What's up YouTube, this is another Blender for Beginners video tutorial, and in this video you're going to learn how to save animation as MP4 video in Blender. So before we get started, I want to show you a small animation made in Blender. That was created on Eevee, latest Blender experimental build. But I'll be using Blender 2.79 to show you how it's done. And I'm not going to show you how to add audio in it because it is done in Windows Movie Maker. So it is separate section, it is not for Blender users. So let's get started. This is what you will get when you open Blender. Let me open a recent file named Dame to Cosita. Alright, here we go. This is the file. One thing that you must remember before saving the animation is that design, modeling, compositing, the camera setup, the angles, the lighting, and everything must be previously completed. Just like the way I have done it here, everything is ready in this file. So if I go to the camera view by pressing 0 and play the animation, here is what I will get. Now that my animation is ready, I can save it as MP4 file. Okay, to do that we have two methods, the direct method and somewhat indirect method. The direct method is risky and I'm going to show you how to do that first. First of all, make sure you are in the render tab on properties panel. Now you need to choose your device compute here over. You can either choose CPU or GPU compute. I'm going to leave it to CPU for now. In the output section here you will find something as PNG. Now this is the file format to save the animation. Here you have BMP, Iris, PNG, JPEG, and for movie here we have AVI, JPEG and RAW, FFmpeg video, etc. Just click on FFmpeg_video. Now click on this folder icon to set the directory for your output file, and I'm going to leave it to documents, and here you can create a new folder. I'm going to name it test. Double click the folder and give your file a name here. For example, I'm going to name it test. Click on accept. Now hide this output tab, go to encoding, click on presets and choose S264 in MP4. Click on this container and make sure that MPEG-4 is selected. The codec must be S264. You can set the output quality. I'm going to set it to high quality. Now close this encoding tab. No need to play with other features. Leave them as it is. Go to sampling. You can set the sampling type to final or preview over here. This render option over here affects the quality of your animation. Simply if it is around 1000, then that means it is in high quality, and if it is lower than 100, for example if it is 50, then that means it is of low quality. It does not mean that it is of low resolution, it means it's of low quality. The pixels will be not in SD. Here we have the preview option. Okay, for example if we set for now, let's set the render to 100, and if this is set to 10, and if you press, let me turn on the screencast keys. If you press Shift plus Z, then it will show a preview of how the animation will look like if it is rendered on 10 samples. And if we increase this to 100, it will show how the animation will appear on 100 samples. Set this samples to 1000. You are free to set your value, anything of your choice. Now come down to light path, and here we have bounces. Under that, here we have maximum and minimum values. This increases the rendering speed. By default the max is 14. I'm gonna set it to 6 and minimum value to 0. You can read all about these in Blender documentation online. Okay, that's our basic setup. Scroll back to the top and click on this animation button and wait while it renders the image. There was a shortcut method for creating or saving the animation as MP4 video in Blender. After that, your video will be saved in the output folder which you chose earlier. Now basically I don't recommend this method because it is kinda risky. For example, if your PC is running on direct power consumption, that is without battery backup, and suddenly if the lights goes out, then your entire video will be corrupt. It does not matter if it has reached 99%, the entire video will be corrupt. And that's a huge loss of time and power. Therefore, I recommend the second method, which is the manual method for saving animation as MP4 files in Blender. Now, indirect method is useful when you have to render a large number of frames in SD format. Now, set these extra settings as I mentioned earlier in this video, except for this output settings. I'm going to change this folder to something else. Education, blend files, Eevee to Casita, and I'm going to remove this name over here and I'm going to click accept. Instead of MPEG video file format, you have to choose an image format such as we have PNG, JPEG. I usually choose among PNG, JPEG. So I'm going to click on PNG. If you want it full SD, you can set the compression to 100%. I'm going to leave it to default 15%. That's all we need to do here. Go to the top and click on animation and wait while it produces the image. I'm not going to show you the whole rendering process because it is time consuming. Now to see the rendering process, you can go to the output folder to see what's going on. So where is it? Here it is. Ow, come on. Here we go. So it will produce a single image for every frame. Now let's say you are in frame number 120 and you have to leave the computer, or you have got some work to do and leave it. So you can stop the rendering right there, and when you return, all you have to do is go to the output folder and check the last produced image over here. That image contains the frame number over here 0185. That means last it was rendered on frame number 185. So all you need to do is open a Blender and you have to set the starting frame to 185 and click on animation to continue the process from the last frame. And once your entire frames are saved into your computer, all you need to do is press Ctrl+N on keyboard to reload startup file and go over here and click on video editing. Click on add image. Locate to the output file. Press A on keyboard to select all. Click on add image strip. Now play the animation. You will see a preview over here. Click with the right mouse button and drag it to the last frame, and you will see the last frame is frame number 175. Now set the in frame to 175. That is for my case. In your case, the animation is different, so the frame will be different. Go to the default view from here. Expand this to the left to unhide some items and scroll down to the output section. Select a target folder. I will set it to my choice or anything, and I'm going to give it a name like final render, and I'm going to click on accept. Now change change from PNG to FFmpeg video. Encoding, set the presets to S264 in MP4. S264, make sure the codec is S.264. Set the output quality to high quality and leave everything as it is. Simply click on animation and you will see the animation process here, and wait till it is complete, and you'll see that your animation will be saved in the output folder, which is right here in my case. Then you can play it and enjoy your animation. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.